Yeah. What is up? Here is episode 19. How badass is that fucking music in the beginning? My homie Noah Britton at Britton Beats. This dude delivered this beat in less than 48 hours. It was exactly what I want. He was like super kind, super pleasant. He was responsive when I kept asking him for updates. I think I asked him for updates like 20 minutes into it. Um, and he just did great work. So mad shout out to him, Noah Britton. That's Britton Beats. You can look him up on any social media platform. Super responsible dude, super kind. So really, really, top notch work, bud. Thank you. All right. So this is episode 19. Change ain't bad. Today is Tuesday, May 19th, in the brutal, historical, frustrated 2020. Usually, my year starts off pleasant with my youngest daughter, Gabriella. She turns 4. She turned 4 this year. Although in her mind she believes she's 17 years old. Um, I have my B-Day in February, and then my oldest baby girl, Audrey, she has her birthday in March, and she turned 9 this year. Um, but this year started out a little different. Kobe Bryant was killed, and that alone was just the most ridiculous thing um, I ever felt for like somebody that I've never met. The emotions that came about from that were ridiculous, and his beautiful and talented daughter, Gigi, was also on board the helicopter that crashed, and again, that happened right in the beginning of the year. I think at the end of January. At that same time, a huge virus broke out in China. I love the way Trump says it. China. Don't ask me, ask China. Like you just go over there and ask them. Who do you ask in China? You ask the president or whoever the top notch guy is? He doesn't know shit. How do you ask China? Whatever. So, this virus breaks out, right? COVID hits the states, and it hit us hard. The states went on immediate lockdown, and the government shoved out $1,200 to people. Unemployment is at like some 25 million in our country. It's ridiculous. The unemployment rate has never been this high. It's reached depression era um, lows, really, and it's really unfortunate to see the impact that it's had on the community and people around me, like neighbors, dude. Struggling. As of today, we are above 90,000 deaths here in the U.S. It's a really terrible time. We account for more than 25% of the worldwide deaths that came from COVID. 25%, dude. That's enough about current times. I'm not going to get down to it. Let's get down to the busy business right now, dog. Topic number 1. Topic number 1. Mental health is a MFER, man. When not taken care of. So I'll explain. I've been through quite a few things in my life. At some points in my life, I gave up. At least I tried to. I thought I'll never change shit. I'll never change shit, dude. I had so many anger issues in me since I could remember. I mean, my parents have family videos, that are cherished by. They're on like VHS and shit, and it's just videos of me being a little prick, dude. Running around with a little attitude, not getting all the attention I wanted. Everybody was older than me. I didn't have anybody I connected with. Yeah, it was, at that time, my family saw it as cute and funny, you know? My oldest sister was 18 when I was born. Sister after that was 16 and my brother was 10. So I was pretty far away in age from them. My older sister could have been my mom, and my parents were older and they were tired of raising kids, and they did the best job they could, and When I see those videos, I think of how angry I could have been in that moment. So many things were happening, and I was so inquisitive to life, and I wanted to know and understand everything. I just didn't have anybody that would work with me. And, it's not a diss to my family or anyone in my family. I have no grudge or I had no animosity towards my family. My family did the best they could. They did the best they knew, and I'm grateful for the love and respect they've given me. Now I have to take some responsibility because I was never the approachable type. At least that's what I thought. I thought that's who I was, and I wouldn't change that because I'm always confrontational and I don't take shit from anyone. Well, there's a difference between taking shit from someone and being respectful when somebody comes to you with an issue. That took me a long time to realize. It was not an overnight thing for me. And some people realize a lot sooner. They've done studies that the human brain is not fully formed until age 25 on average. So, with an average like that, you can go up to age 30 and down to 21, 20 years old. And there are people that just grab that maturity and that ability at a young age and they run with it. Some people take a little more time. I think I took a little more time to develop the ability to change. And it's easy to get stuck in that hollow thought that I ain't gonna change, fuck that shit, But people will change. It's inevitable. The thing is, do you change for the better or for the worse? That's a question you really have to ask yourself, for real. Do you change for the better or for the worse? And for me, I was drinking brews like every other day and getting drunk with some antidepressants and pain pills in my system. I thought that's who I was. I thought that's exactly who I had to be. I knew nothing more. I expected nothing more from myself. And that's really fucked up, because if you think about it, you should expect nothing but greatness from yourself. You should strive for it. You should always be reaching to improve yourself, your life, your family, your mind, your health. For me, I never saw that. I thought drinking was my savior, and I thought that's who I was, and I never asked anything for myself, man. And I'm not saying I'm some fucking martyr for change and growth, but I'm saying this is what I've been through, and this is what I've felt, and this is what I've thought. So, for me, I was running draft picks every other day for around like 8 to 10 brews, dude. Really just throwing them back in like a 2-hour period. And then I'd just run home and keep the feeling of euphoria just going until my eyes fell asleep for the night. I was around 210 pounds, and that's about 40 pounds heavier than I am now. In that moment, I really felt that this is who I am, and I did not need to change a thing. In that moment, I felt that this was how I've dealt with things. In the moment, I felt I had nothing wrong with me, especially when I would compare myself to others. There's a funny little thing I found. When I'd compare myself to others, I remember I was working at Sears one time, and I was in the bathroom, and in the stall somebody left like one of those Jesus pamphlets, and one of like the little catchy phrases was everyone is better when compared to someone negative. And then it had like it said, and then it had Hitler, and then it had the devil. So it's like I'm bad, but I'm not as bad as what Hitler did. I'm bad, but I'm not as bad as the devil. And that, I use that comparison all the time, and I live my life by that shit. Well, You know, I'm not as bad as the alcoholic down the street or the dude that I refer to as an alcoholic because he's doing much worse or he's doing a hell of a lot more than I was, you know? But it was all bullshit, man. And in that moment, I just didn't want to change shit. I didn't. I kept going, drinking and running wild. Kicked my fiance out of my place. I told her she and I just cannot be together, and there's a mountain of issues that I tried to explain through some very, very distorted thoughts. Once she was gone, I drank like a motherfucker, man. I wasn't doing good, and I wasn't doing good at all. I lost my job. I had just signed a lease for an apartment that I could barely afford. At that point, I couldn't afford shit without a job. So I fell down, and it appeared I got up, but I don't think I ever did. I think I'm slowly getting up now, and which is okay. I'm learning that that's okay. I made my life continue for about 6 months in that apartment before I actually got back on my feet. I was starting with like eviction notices and past due bills and just so many bills, dude. And I was drinking like no motherfucking problem though. I didn't mind paying my drinking bill, you know. So I finally hit rock bottom. I moved back in with my parents with 2 kids, 31 years old, no money, and a lot of debt. I went crazy thinking how I felt like a fucking failure. It sucked. I tore myself apart. I did a lot of poor reflection. Um, and once I got out of that darkness, that dark mindset that, you know, you are a failure or you deserve what's happening to you, I had time to do some real reflection after that on who the hell I was. One thing I found was consistent through all the madness, the anger, the bullshit was alcohol. That shit was with me since I stole my first Smirnoff ice drink when I was like 14 years old from my brother's sister. My friend's sister. You know, me and my dumbass friends, we didn't start out with beer. We started out with liquor, man, the hard shit. We went straight to vodka. We wanted something that would get us all the way up as fast as possible because it all tastes like shit. Alcohol tastes like shit. Like hard liquor tastes like shit. Beer tastes like shit. The only thing that tastes good is, I'm not gonna say. Um, so yeah, I I started out drinking the hard shit, dude, and of course it was the cheap shit. We were rich. We didn't have money. You know, I was working at JCPenney and shit. I think I was getting paid like $7 an hour or something like that, and I was fucking pumped, dude. You know, I remember getting fucking hammered on vodka, dude. You know, I never drank that shit again after I drank fucking vodka, dude. It was horrible, dude. It was fucking nasty, dog. Uh, Even smelling that shit now just gives me chills, dude. I was like 17 years old and I drank a fifth of vodka, but no one dared me to drive. No, but no bullshit, dude. I drank a fifth of vodka and I was like 17, like a buck 30. And then I got plastered, dude. And I probably had alcohol poisoning. I probably died for a little bit, but it's okay. My friends took me to a party anyways. Um, that's a funny story for a different time. But anyways, we drank that hard shit, and then we moved on to brewskis, and then brewskis just took over after that. We always drank brew, and naturally, you know, life went on, and you begin developing different ways to get through your days, and the hanging out with your boys, it comes to an end. And your boys and yourself, you guys need to work, and then you guys find some women to spend time with, and you go through your problems, and the only thing that remained consistent was the alcohol. Through the women, through the problems, through the hanging out. When I ran into difficult times, alcohol was there for me. When I wanted to step out on my family, alcohol was at the door waiting for me. When I didn't want to walk back in that motherfucking house because I couldn't stand that, alcohol was in the car waiting to leave. When I'd try and escape from my family and life, I'd ride my mountain bike to the top of the biggest trail in my city. Alcohol was in my backpack with me. Alcohol became my best friend, and when I didn't want anyone else around, I always had that thought that I'd never, ever stop drinking. Ever. I'd never stop drinking. That thought was stuck in my head for about 15 years, man. So yeah, when I hit rock bottom, I reflected and I said something must change. And I changed my ways of coping. Now, in one easy sentence, it says so much. I changed my ways in coping. I stopped running to the bottle when I ran into an obstacle. I told myself that shit is just poison for me. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it does have some shitty side effects, man. And that was always my fucking vice. Like, that kind of messed up things for me, was drinking. Do I have an issue where like I can't even be around it? Not at all. I actually like drinking those Heineken double zeros. It tastes just like a regular Heineken, dude. But I don't care to drink, dude. I get by with what I get by with, and I'm doing all right. I don't need that shit. But I respect it, dude. People that drink and fucking just live it up, do it, dude. I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck am I to judge, dude? That's dope. But for me, I decided to kick that bullshit, and I decided that I cannot drink to run from my issues anymore. I decided that I was going to face everything that came my way. I decided that I'm going to give an honest, sober effort to take my medication, my antidepressants. I decided that I'm going to stick to my therapy every week, and I have. For more than a year now, I've been in therapy, and I've been so consistent. I decided I'm going to make an honest effort to find out who I am, who's Rudy. And the only way to do those things is to change the bullshit that's been a consistent drag, dude. Alcohol was my drag, dude. For some of y'all, it might be a person, Maybe that person you're with is a damn drag and you need to get away. But that change needs to happen, too. For some, it might be a dependency on a substance. I don't know what it could be, but if it's not helping you, why let it hurt you? For some, a quick change will not be like a quick fix. I'm just not gonna, do drugs anymore. Like, you can't. That's not. I mean, that will fix a majority of all your problems, but some other people have other issues. Some people fall into like shitty financial hardships that they may have caused themselves. That's a change that can be broken down in like a smaller form. Maybe you're going to change the amount of money you spend on eating out by not getting a meal every Tuesday and Thursday. If you're getting it every week, cut down 2 days, then cut down 3, then 4, and then you'll be doing better. If not, like, just keep trying, dude. Just remember, it's never easy, and change is always uncomfortable, but it's necessary. It's natural. Change will come, whether you like it or not, whether you're on board with it or not. But you better change for the positive, I'd say. Ride the wave, brother. Just don't give up before the wave breaks. It'll be rewarded. Alright. Well, let's keep it funky. Topic number 2. We all do this shit. Segregate. Man. Today I saw a plumbing truck named John's Plumbing. And his logo, had his name in it with some pipes and shit. And it had a cross on the top, Now, when I saw that, I didn't become all crazy and want to tear down the logo and shit. Nicely wrapped marketing van he had there. I just wondered if people would see that symbol and not want his service or even deny his service. I'm curious if somebody has ever saw that when he pulled up in their driveway and was like, nah, you know what, I'm good, bro. I don't want to support any religious organizations. So that's what I wonder, you know. I wonder if he would, the guy driving the fucking van, if he would support a company with some other religious symbolism on its vehicle. I wonder if having a star and crescent on the side of your van, you know, affect his business. If that plumbing guy changed that cross to a star and crescent, you know, representing the Muslim faith, how would that be perceived? It's interesting to me that some faith is just so accepted and others might not be. But also into that, these are just questions that I come up with when I see things. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm asking questions that fucking interest me, man. On the other side, I saw a car with a sticker that read, "Jesus didn't die so you could be a liberal." That shit made me laugh, dude. Jesus didn't die so you could be a liberal. I mean, come on, dude. Jesus had no fucking clue what a liberal was, dude. Are you kidding me? Hell, he would probably be sided with a goddamn liberal. You know? Oh, what would you do, guy in the lifted truck? What would you do? That's the type of question I want to see. Is what would you do if Jesus sided with a liberal? Like, came down and was like, you know what? Liberal views is what's right. What would conservatives do? Or what would liberals do if it was reversed? Would liberals be so, like, easy, like, fuck, we were wrong. Alright, they have it right. Or would they just be like, nah, fuck that. Conservatives, I don't think they would leave their faith that easily, even if Jesus came down, dude. But, you know, who knows? That's the type of questions that I come up with when I see, like, religion displayed in public. Again, I have no desire or agenda to fight that shit. I get it. Some people hold their beliefs extremely dearly, and I respect that. I'm just a pondering man, though, dude. So if you feel so passionately about placing a cross or a Christian ichthys on your car, please know the true meaning of that symbol. Really. Because it drives me crazy. And I'm going to ask you a few questions just to test you. If I see you and you got that fish in the back of your car, you know, that Christian fish symbol, better give me some type of damn definition about that. And it better not be that you're a fisherman. That symbol, you know, it was used to secretly identify other Christians during the Roman eras, when the Roman era was like, nah, you guys can't follow this fucking King of the Jews, Jesus guy, because we're gods, and you guys gotta worship us like gods. And that's what the Romans thought, you know, and they said, fuck that. The Christians were like, nah, man, I don't know, this dude Jesus is speaking some real truths over here, you know? So I'm gonna put this little fish right here. I'm gonna let the other guy know, say, man, I got a fish right here. Let you know I'm Christian, dog. Remember that. So if you have a fish on the back of your car and somebody asks you, hey, what does that fish mean? Just be like, it's only for my peoples, you know? My peoples. But on a bigger scale, the idea of religion being a community is displayed in everything we do. Religion is a community. Religion is, I think, what it was meant to be is to form those communities and keep them feeling like you belong, or you conform to a certain group. And every single one of you, you guys conform to some group in some sort of way, including myself. You know, you see it in the media now with the killing of the young black man, Ahmaud Arbery. The police protect their own. They had 3 judges decline to do that case because of their loyalty to that detective that is being accused right now. 2 DAs, I think, turned it down. They won't try to prosecute that old DA. Cops don't go after other cops, dude. They don't. That's their code. Teachers protect their own. They will be as loud as they can be if they feel or attacked or not compensated for, or if they feel someone in their unit, their bargaining unit, is being threatened or not compensated for fairly. Shit, man. Teachers will. Teamsters will stop their fucking trucks if they're not being compensated for fairly. We group each other by being Democrats or liberals and conservatives. What does it mean to be a liberal and conservative? Those are just ideologies, I believe, that were not formulated to attack the other one. I believe that they were both created to improve our government and our country. But I think that shit has changed now. You know, we all group and we all divide ourselves, but for what? To feel like we have a place we belong? Is it okay not to belong? We might not know why we do it, but we all do it. We segregate ourselves. We need to stop. It will not help us. It will only destroy us. The more we engage in this so negative and harsh commentary on Facebook, on Instagram about different races in politics and the agendas of some of these media outlets. God damn, man. If you're posting anything from fucking Fox News, just stop talking. If you're posting anything from CNN or MSNBC, stop talking, please. Because your shit is somebody else's agenda. You can go on the Washington Post and see all the times Fox News fucking just stepped all over what they said before about the coronavirus, about Trump. Then you can go on Fox News and see a great compilation video of what CNN has done to bash Trump and the horrible things that they've done and the lies and the false reporting and the hoopla reporting. The hoopla reporting is just to get you guys to say, oh, shit. What is this? I saw some dude posted on my Facebook today, actually, that China is on lockdown again because they're having a second wave of a new form of coronavirus. And I went through it, man, couldn't find shit. It was just a theory. At the end, it was just a theory that they will face it. Wasn't in the fucking header. Wasn't in the thumbnail. You know, the shit that you're gonna see when you flip through your Instagram and your Facebook. People are, oh shit, man, China's on lockdown again. Oh shit, let me type that up. China fucking on lockdown. That sucks. Dude, this is the world we live in. Get your motherfucking facts right. You know? Don't let them divide us. Please. Man, we all gotta stick together. Whether you're black, white, anything, you're an American. Just be an American, man. You know, I'm not saying blindly follow America down any path. But you gotta also understand that this divide that you're partaking in is helping no one. And that's the honest fucking truth. Please like and subscribe to my podcast on any platform that you use for your podcast. I'm all over social media under the Everyday Guy Pod. You can catch me every week throwing out a couple episodes. I try to do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to try to have a guest in this weekend. It'll be my first guest, but the next episode, episode 20, is going to be a doozy. I'm going to discuss my attempt at giving up. So tune in for that one, and I will see y'all later.